Hi, this is a project pan update after 8 months. If you don't know, I have this project pan series and I would update every month about my progress. But the last 8 months I stopped updating. It's because basically I stopped wearing makeup every time I go outside because I find it's pointless. It's not like every time I want to go outside I was in a mood of wearing makeup, so I basically was wearing makeup for other people, which sounds weird, but you know, like to look pretty or what, like it wasn't just for me to have fun, which I don't like that. I want makeup to just be a hobby of me. It wasn't for anyone else but me. So I just stopped wearing makeup every day. I would just do makeup whenever I feel like it, even if I was not going outside. And in fact, I feel like in the last 8 months, almost like 95% of the time when I'm doing makeup, I wasn't planning to go out. I was just at home and wanting to have some fun with makeup, just like today. I have no plan to go outside whatsoever, and because of that my project pan just kind of stopped because, you know, I wasn't wearing makeup that much. It's like at the most averagely like once a week, that kind of frequency. If I would update, it would be like I finished another lip gloss this month but I have no progress on any other products, and that would just be boring, so I just stopped doing it because the only thing I was using consistently, to be honest, was lip gloss, because I was using it to just like hydrate my lips during the day. It wasn't like a makeup item, it was just like a lip care item. 8 months later, I want to say I had a pretty big progress, so I thought I would just share with you today. Since there hasn't been an update for like 8 months, I probably will have some like mistake in today's video, but it's like whatever. I don't know if I already finished this before or in the last update. Is the Canmake powder. I might already finished this. I don't remember, but yeah, it is empty right now. I had this powder for, I don't even know, probably 6 years. And I wasn't using this as a foundation or like a powder to set my whole face. I basically use this to sometimes set my under eyes, sometimes to blot a little bit of like the oily T-zone, or sometimes to blend the edge of my eye makeup. So I use this very sparingly and it takes me like 6 years to finish. And if you don't know, Canmake is a Japanese drugstore brand. It's pretty affordable. I think this is around $5 to $6 for I think it's 10 grams of product, which is pretty affordable. And I really like this brand and I have purchased a lot of things from them. And this one, they have now changed their packaging. The packaging definitely does not look like this because this is the packaging 6 years ago. But this is a very popular item, like it's their coat item in their line. But I don't think this is like the best powder I have ever tried. It's okay. I finished it. I can use it. I don't mind using it. But I don't know if I would repurchase this, because sometimes if you apply a little too much, it can be looking a little dry and a little cakey. Not too much though, but a little bit. So I don't know if I would repurchase this because of that. But it's a nice brightening kind of powder, so I liked it during me using it. So I think I had these two highlight in the project pen. One is this matte Stargazer highlight. I think I used this pretty often when I was doing my makeup, but since this is a baked highlight, I don't know if you can see any progress. I think just me looking at this in real life, I think the area of this like little dent has expanded a little bit. So I think I have a little bit progress on this in the last 8 months. Yeah, I still like this product, but I don't think I will heat pan on this very quickly. And that's that. And another highlight in the project pan is probably this Wet n Wild megaglo highlighting powder in the shade Bloom Time. Like, it was a great powder, but the thing is, these days whoa. It really scared me. These days I was not really wearing makeup that much. There is a face that I really love, this kind of blinding highlight, but recently I wasn't using this like very much at all. So I don't think I have used this that much in the last 8 months, which said a lot of this. So I think I'm gonna declutter this. Yeah, this is a declutter. The next, let's talk about some base items. One is this Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Moisturizer. The last time it was like here, it has like some product, and now you can see it's like empty right now. And I feel like at the last couple times I'm using this, I feel like my face feel a little bit itchy. So I feel like the formula was already off. And I think I had this I had this for like 2 to 3 years. I feel like Colourpop product expire quite quickly, or like a little bit more quicker than the other brands. Like, yes, I know this, you probably shouldn't use a product for like 2 to 3 years anyway, but other foundation from other brands can work like for 2 to 3 years pretty nicely without going off. Like, because I control my temperature in the room I store my makeup very nicely, so I make sure it does not expire quick because of the hot weather in the summer. So yeah, I surely know my products don't expire quick, but this foundation expired like 2 to 3 years. I would say for Colourpop product, probably you should like just use it up quick because it really goes off pretty quickly. You can see when I started the project pan, it was at here, so it's basically full, and after like all this month of using it, it's like slowly coming down, which is actually very satisfying. If I looking at this like mark right now, it was like this full and now it's empty. And this is a big bottle, it's 43 ml. It's more than a normal foundation. Yeah, I don't know if I would repurchase this, but it was a good tinted moisturizer. It's super long wearing. The next one is the RMS Un-Cover Up Concealer. I think I probably had a little bit more progress on this, but I think this is probably a little bit off the formula. Like, it smells a little bit like the, you know, the oils, like the oils that you use in the kitchen to cook. When you left the cap open for like a period of time, it smells like the oil is like already off. I can't describe the smell, but I think if you have experienced that, you know. So like, it's not the fresh oil scent anymore. It's like a weird expired smell of it. It's kind of powdery and like, I don't know how to describe it. And this smells like that. And I think that is associated with this brand being a clean beauty brand. Also, it blends kind of weird on the face. It looks like heavy because there's coconut oils in the formula. Product really requires you to warm it up with your body temperature, but now it expired and it doesn't even work if you would warm this up and apply, really blend this into your skin with your finger. So yeah, I think that's because the formula is off. Instead of forcing myself to use a jar of already off concealer, I decided to just declutter it. So that's gonna go. The CoverFX Power Play Foundation. Every time I measure the weight of this bottle to document how much I have used. So last time this bottle was 44.85 grams. And I just measured this now. It was 43.34 grams. So I probably roughly used up about 1.5 grams, which is not that much at all. Like, considering it's 8-month progress. So I think that is because my mind has changed a lot during the last maybe last year, because I was doing so much declutter videos. If you don't know, I have a declutter series in my channel. I have discovered that if you don't use the product you love, it will just lost in your like collection and go bad. So like, treasuring the product that you love and not using it is actually not a very good habit. So I just started to reach for the like more of my favorite foundations instead of like foundation like this, which is like, I like it, but it's not my favorite, you know, that kind of foundation. I don't mind using it, but I do have foundation that I like much better than this. So because I was only reaching for those foundations instead of this, I just don't have much like progress at all. So I think with that being said, I'm gonna declutter this, so it will leave my collection. I can just focus on the foundations that I truly love. So yeah, that's leaving the collection. The powder. This is the CoverFX Matte Setting Powder. What's wrong with me today? I'm not even like bothered to like give a mark on this because I know there is not much progress on this. I was not using this because I was using another powder. It's called Eclipse. It's a cream drugstore brand, if I'm not wrong. It's called the Blur Powder Packed, and I was in the shade 21. It was basically like similar to the Canmake powder I showed you in the beginning of the video. It's a powder that basically you use to set your base, but at the same time it has like a tint to it, so it's quite brightening. I don't use this like all over my face. I just use it to set around my eye area and my T-zone, and that's it. And I think I already had like a little dent to it. I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, I think with the shadow there you can tell. And I'm thinking maybe I should put this into the project. I liked it. I think this is a little bit more lightweight than the Canmake one. And next, let's update on the lip gloss. I think the last time I was in the progress of using up this Cake Shake gloss from Fenty, and it was like here you can see the mark, and now it's completely empty. Like, can you see? It's completely empty. I use some like Q-tip to scrape every bit out of this container, and I use it up. By the way, it's the original Gloss Balm formula, and following that lip gloss, I was using this Baby Brat color. I don't know if you can see. It's probably Baby Brat, I don't know. It's like in a holiday set, and I finished this one as well. You can see it's completely empty. And I also finished the Ruby Milk color. It's all the same formula and all in the same set, Christmas set. I believe it's probably the 2020 like Christmas set. I'm not sure, but I think it is. And I finished all 5 of them during the project pan, which I am very proud of, and I really like this formula. If I have a chance, maybe I might purchase more, but now I have like other things in my project pan, so not repurchasing any of these right now. The next is the Chanel bronzer that I have been project panning for so long, and I don't know if there is I don't know if there is a progress, but I guess I can figure that out while like editing this video to compare this to the previous footage. I think the dent might like expand a little bit, and yeah, I still like this bronzer, and this is, I think this is almost the only, not almost, it is the only cream bronzer I have right now, because I have decluttered another time recently. The video was not edited yet, but yeah, this is like spoiler alert if anybody cares. This is the only bronzer, cream bronzer in my collection right now. And the last one would be this Fenty Beauty. This is the cream formula, I believe. It's in the shade Fenty Glow. And I think you can see I didn't put any tallies, new tallies. You can see like this is the last line I put on 8 months ago, and you can see there isn't that much progress. This formula is just not my favorite. It's a very thin formula, which is not the problem, but because it is so thin, it will just like, because of the gravity, you will just gather at the bottom of your lip, and sometimes you will settle into the line of your lips. So it was not my favorite. Whenever I was using this, I was blending or like mixing this with other like thicker like formulas. So yeah, there isn't that much of progress. And that is my update. I'm still thinking, should I start another project pen, but I still am trying to figure out how that would work if I'm only wearing makeup whenever I want. You know, if I'm not wearing makeup every day, the progress will be very, very minimal, and it actually won't really make sense if I pick like a product to focus on, if you know what I mean. Like if you only wear makeup once a week, it's probably very hard for me to just focus on this couple item in like a couple months. So I think I would want to do project pen still, but I have to figure out how to actually do it to let it make sense. So yeah, that is the project pen today. Thank you for watching. Bye.